How's it going, IO? In this video, we're counting down the top 10 LGBTQ celebrities that were outed by the media. If you love this video and want to see more like it, please be sure to like and subscribe. Number 10, Billie Eilish. The singer lost a whopping 100,000 followers since coming out last month, and it was all because of one nosy reporter. So Billie has slowly started opening up more about her sexuality in recent weeks, first revealing that she is attracted to women, then further confirming it during a red carpet interview. But despite her global domination and critical acclaim, there has been a lot of backlash. And yes, she's lost thousands of followers. Billie opened up about her attraction to women in an interview with Variety. She said, "I never felt like I could relate to girls very well. I love them so much. I love them as people. I'm attracted to them as people. I'm attracted to them for real. I have deep connections with women in my life, the friends in my life, the family in my life, and I'm physically attracted to them. But I'm also so intimidated by them and their beauty and their presence." Since then, her follower account has dropped by 6 figures. Aside from the crazy backlash, it turned out that she never even planned to come out in the first place. While 100,000 followers is just a drop in the water for her, it's still disappointing to see how quickly fans can turn on an artist for such a simple comment. Number 9, Neil Patrick Harris. The actor also fell victim to the infamous world of gossip bloggers like Perez Hilton. In 2006, in what appeared to be a vicious outing campaign by Perez, Neil's sexuality was constantly questioned. It was insanely ruthless. To get ahead of the gossip and respect to his husband, Neil officially came forward and shared his sexuality with the world. In an interview with People magazine, he publicly came out as gay in 2006. Quote, "I am a very content gay man living my best life to the fullest and feel the most fortunate to be working with wonderful people in the business that I love." A few months after coming out, he confirmed that he was in a relationship on the Ellen DeGeneres show. In the interview, he spoke to Ellen about coming out while maintaining his privacy. He said, "I'm not a very scandalous person, and so I didn't want to have to respond to some story. I just made a statement and sort of squashed the fires." He explained that his life has always been relatively open in his world. At this point, he had been dating the same guy for 3 years and their families all knew. They would go out together all the time, but he never felt it was an obligation for him to hold hands on the red carpet. Number 8, Harry Styles. It's true that being in the spotlight for over a decade can really take a toll on your personal life. The British superstar spoke to Better Homes and Gardens about the impact that fame has had on his sexuality. He said, "For a long time, I felt like the only thing that was mine was my sex life. I felt so ashamed about it. Ashamed at the idea that people even know I was having sex, let alone who with." What he's talking about is the overwhelming pressure from fans to see into his love life since he first rose to fame in 2010 as a member of One Direction. The pop band was a worldwide sensation, and as a result, the members quickly found themselves at the center of attention for millions of adoring fans. But drawing a curtain over his life has only made everyone who's not behind it all the more curious and borderline obsessive. In fact, Harry's sexuality has been a topic of discussion for years, and Harry himself has even called the constant speculation outdated. In 2017, he told The Sun that he doesn't feel like it's something that he ever felt like he had to explain about himself. Quote, "It's weird for me, everyone should just be who they want to be. It's tough to justify somebody having to answer to someone else about stuff like that." So it's pretty clear that Harry believes when it comes to defining your sexuality, no labels is the way to go. Number 7, Taylor Swift. Unfortunately, the singer has not been able to escape the constant speculation surrounding her sexuality, especially when it comes to those Karlie Kloss rumors. The two of them became friends back in 2013 when they met backstage at the Victoria's Secret fashion show. They were named Kayla back in 2014 because they were constantly being photographed together and they seemed to be inseparable. But when Taylor didn't attend Karlie's wedding in 2018 and Karlie didn't go to her birthday party, people suspected that something was up. After that year, they stopped being photographed together, which made it seem like they had some kind of a falling out. More recently though, with Folklore coming out, fans began digging into the true meaning behind some of her songs. Like Taylor's songs Illicit Affairs, Severed, and Betty, which were all believed to be a message to fans that maybe she had some kind of hidden feelings. Fans took to Twitter at the time with one user tweeting, "Taylor Swift and Karlie Kloss have been dating for 7 years. You can't convince me otherwise, and this is just more proof." Swifties completely lost their mind when Karlie posted a nearly identical photo to Taylor's album cover, writing "My Happy Place." And there are even entire websites dedicated to theories about these two stars. To this day, there are still people who think that there was something more to this relationship. Number 6, Noah Schnapp. The actor who plays the closeted gay teenager Will Byers on Netflix's Stranger Things came out as gay recently. In a video that he posted to TikTok, he wrote, "When I finally told my friends and family I was gay after being scared in the closet for 18 years, and all they said was, 'We know.'" In the caption to his TikTok video, he wrote, "I guess I'm more similar to Will than I thought. thought. Then in July, after the debut of the final 2 episodes of the 4th season of Stranger Things, Noah confirmed that Will Byers is gay and is in fact in love with his best friend Mike. He said, "It was always kind of there, but you never really knew. Is it just him growing up slower than his friends? Well, now that he's gotten older, they made it very real and an obvious thing. Now it's 100% clear that he is gay and he does love Mike." Will's sexuality has been an open question since the first episode, but Noah has always deflected questions about the character's identity, and he said that it was all up to the audience's interpretation. In his July interview with Variety, he said that he wasn't entirely sure what Stranger Things creators had in mind for his character Will, but once he did, he didn't want to spoil the way that the show revealed the character's journey in season 4. He said, "I think it is done so beautifully because it's so easy to make a character just like all of a sudden be gay. They are writing this real character and this real journey and real struggle, and they're doing it so well." Number 5, Joshua Bassett. The actor had to elaborate on his sexuality after he made a quick remark about his attraction to one of the most famous pop stars in the world. Joshua sparked a lot of speculation about his sexuality after he commented in an interview about being attracted to Harry Styles. He said, "He's just cool, like he's cool. Who doesn't think Harry Styles is cool? Also, he's hot." He then paused and caught himself and finished by saying, "I guess this is also my coming out video." He later released a statement not defining his sexuality, and instead he said, "It's okay to still be figuring out who you are." Joshua was also a part of the infamous love triangle between Sabrina Carpenter and Olivia Rodrigo. When Olivia released Driver's License, the song resonated with fans, and it caused some people to think that it was about the rumored drama. The lyrics make it pretty obvious that she was referencing Sabrina. She said, "And you're probably with that blonde girl who's always made me doubt. She's so much older than me, she's everything I'm insecure about." So she was hinting at Sabrina's hair color and the fact that she is 3 years older than her. Number 4, Ricky Martin. Back in the year 2000, there was an infamous interview that the star had with Barbara Walters where she pushed him to speak on the rumors that had been circulating since the beginning of his career. In the interview, he's hesitant to respond after she says, "You know how you could stop these rumors? You could say, as many artists have, 'Yes, I am gay,' or you could say, 'No, I'm not,' or you could leave it as you are, ambiguous." It was very apparent that Martin was not only taken aback by the abrasive question, but he simply refused to answer, probably because the mainstream attitude towards queer people in the 2000s was infinitely more negative than it is today. Ricky was also a renowned Latin artist, and such an admission may have well alienated a large majority of his audience at the time. For about a decade after the interview, speculation about his sexual orientation was everywhere. Then in 2010, he shocked the world by posting on his website, and he was quoted saying that he was a fortunate homosexual man. It was a monumental moment in his career, and the star later said that becoming a father to his 2 twin sons prompted him to finally come out. Number 3, George Michael. His talents as a singer and songwriter and music producer made George Michael one of the world's biggest selling artists. He had sold more than 100 million albums throughout a career spanning almost 4 decades. But behind all of his success as a musician, George had a hidden life. In 1998, after he was arrested for an alleged lewd act in a public restroom in LA, the star came out as gay. He told CNN, quote, "This is as good of a time as any. I want to say that I have no problem with people knowing that I'm in a relationship with a man right now." After years of refusing to be drawn on speculation, after years of refusing to comment on speculation about his sexuality, this was a very big deal for him to admit this. But he made no qualms about admitting how hiding his sexuality for so many years had taken a serious toll on his mental health. In fact, the singer suffered from severe depression after his partner died in 1993 from an AIDS-related illness, and only a few years later he also lost his mother. It was extremely sad that it took him such a long time to live authentically, but eventually he became well known for his outspoken views in support of gay rights, using his arrest as a platform to highlight prejudices within society. Number 2, T.R. Knight. The actor was unfortunately outed in a nasty way when his Grey's Anatomy co-star called him a homophobic slur. Isaiah Washington got into an argument on the set with actor Patrick Dempsey, and that's when the whole thing happened. The fallout was so bad for Isaiah that ABC decided not to renew his contract after the incident. He issued an apology at the time and denied using the word on the 2007 Golden Globes award show, but he later admitted to it during an interview on Larry King Live, where he said that he did use a number of obscenities that he wasn't proud of. He then tried to backpedal and claim that he did not mean to use a slur in a homophobic way. Instead, he used the word to describe someone who was being weak. But the incident greatly affected T.R. Knight, who himself identified as gay. In fact, he had to reach out to his family for support after the altercation hit the headlines, because it really put a spotlight on his sexual orientation. T.R. was forced to address rumors about his sexuality, and he used the moment as motivation to come out. He spoke to Ellen DeGeneres in an interview and said, "I've never been called that to my face, so I think when that happened something shifted and it became bigger than myself." Instead of letting it slide, he confirmed that he was gay after years of keeping his sexuality private. And coming in at number 1, Clay Aiken. The singer was forced to address his sexuality against his wishes when Rosie O'Donnell carelessly attempted to defend him on national TV as a gay man before he came out to the public. So in 2006, the American Idol runner-up was a guest host on Live with Regis and Kelly. Clay and Kelly did not get along at all during his time on the show, especially after he attempted to cover her mouth with his bare hand. In response, Kelly lashed out at him and said, "I don't know where that hand's been." But things went from bad to worse when Rosie O'Donnell decided to comment on this whole incident. While speaking about it on The View, she claimed Kelly's remarks were anti-gay and would not be used if Clay was a straight man. But her defense of Clay instead exposed something about his sexuality that he had never publicly confirmed. So even though she was trying to defend him, she did it carelessly and it backfired completely. Clay still did not come out for another 2 years after that, not until he became a father in 2008. So what do you think about everything in this video? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.